You goddamn right, man. I wonder, this occurred to me during editing, if Tony Soprano changed his mind because of Adrian. Adrian, I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. If she had, if everything hadn't fallen the way it did, and she hadn't confessed to Chrissy hadn't told Tony hadn't greenlit the murder, and they hadn't taken care of her, would he have given up his cousin? Because I'm sure she felt like family to him. Like she had been on the series for all 5 seasons, and she was with Chrissy before that, so he probably knew her. Like, did she and Chrissy, were they in high school together? I think so. I'm not sure. So he may have known her for 10 or 15 years. So she probably felt like family to him. He probably assumed that he would, for the rest of his life, she'd be in there. She'd be Chrissy's wife and be like all the other wives. He's friends with them, and also they have a business relationship, unlike all the other wives. Because I think that Adrienne was the only wife who was actually in the business, if I remember right. Now I could be missing somebody, but like for instance, Big Pussy's wife wasn't in the business, right? She may have been aware of it. Carmella isn't in the business. She may have been aware of it, but they're not in the business. Adrian's in the business, so maybe he was even a little closer to her than he was to, like, Big Pussy's wife. We saw, actually, there was a little bit of tension there at some point. But, so, I feel like she felt like family to him. And so, he pulled the trigger on family, and obviously, he had to. I remember earlier in the series, I was, like, questioning whether it would happen. I was an idiot, because there's nothing he hates more than the Rat. All of them. Like, Silvo, Paulie, and Tony. If you're a rat, that's it. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. It could be Carmella. And I think, because I was actually wondering, I was like, well, if it was Carmella, would he have pulled the trigger? No, figuratively. Sign the order, right? And I think he would have. I don't think it would have been easy. If it was Meadow, because I do believe he loves Meadow more than he does AJ. Boy, that's a big question, isn't it? Would he pull the trigger on Meadow? Probably not, but I don't know, man. that would be awesome. I don't think it'll ever happen. We've only got 1 season left, right? But like that would be an incredible philosophical question. But so I don't think it was easy, but I also don't think it was hard. If that makes any sense at all. In other words, it's an easy decision to make, but it's not an easy decision to live with. So I think that's probably why he beat Chrissy's ass too. And I'm not even going to talk about the point of like he almost fucked her. I think that would have been easier for him because I think he tends to throw women away after he fucks them. He feels less for them after he fucks them. So I don't think that was a factor. I think she was just she was a little bit of a family member, in a way. So I wonder if that had an impact on his decision. I don't know that we'll ever know that. Like, I don't, maybe he'll say something in a therapy session. Which, by the way, I mean, those have been so infrequent this season, it's weird. It's weird having a show without those sessions. I can only think of one, and he was talking about taking shits like therapy. Maybe there was a total of 3 or 4 sessions the entire season. It's really weird, other than the dream session. But maybe he'll be in therapy. He obviously won't, can't say in so many words what happened, but maybe he'll overtly refer to it and we'll get a little bit more insight. That would be interesting. Because we don't know exactly when Chrissy made the decision. I think he decided before he left. I really do. I think that's why he left. There was something schmarmy about his attitude. There's something about the way he was acting. Don't worry, baby. I'm just getting some smokes. Yeah, that's the ticket. I'm just getting some smokes. There was just something about him. Like, I'm a bad actor, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's essentially the vibe I was getting from him. But Tony, he found out where Tony B was for a reason. He wasn't doing it just to masturbate or, to show off to the audience, right? He did that because he had that in his pocket. He was at least considering giving that over. And then when Johnny Sack acted like a dick, I think that was, in the moment, I thought that was the only reason. But I also think it was him having to greenlit the murder, So, I think that's when he decided. I think they had a big impact. So it was a major, besides all the other impact it had, like they had to sacrifice a character that had been on the show for 5 years. And we knew as soon as she got busted by the FBI, that was going to happen eventually. At least I knew. It was inevitable. The only question was when. But they sacrificed that character so that he wouldn't have to sacrifice. Adriana was a sacrifice the island demanded, so that Tony B wouldn't have to be sacrificed, essentially. Anyway, this is already getting a long intro, but let's do a few quick predictions. I predict Chrissy will not be getting married this episode, which was going to be my prediction that they would be getting married this episode. Well, boy, was I an idiot. Because the season finales are good for weddings. However, maybe Meadow and Finn will elope. I still think Finn's on the chopping block. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. Maybe they'll get married, they'll elope or something this episode. I don't think the FBI is going to play a part in this episode. I think they shot their wad last episode. We'll see them again next season. I think plot's been so meandering, so here and there, come and gone, whatever. It's interesting too because of the FBI plot. If I'm right about Adriana forcing Tony's hand, like in other words, like motivating him not to sell out his cousin, then the FBI inadvertently started a war between Tony Soprano and New York. So, they could literally, and I don't think they're going to like the consequences of that war. There'll be a lot of bodies hitting the ground, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I think we're going to see another death this episode, I believe. Probably not Johnny Sack, that's too big, but Phil, Punxsutawney Phil, Phil bitch, as I call him, he's gone this episode. He's getting whacked. And I think Chrissy's sliding right back into all the heroin and vodka and all kinds of other drugs and pills and shit. He's going to completely go off the fucking deep end as far as that shit goes. So he's going to be fucking worthless this episode. Maybe by the end of this episode, he's either going to be whacked or he's going to be back in rehab. I don't know if the rehab is going to go as well this time because he really had her in his corner, and I think she really helped motivate him. What's his motivation now? He's fallen into business. He feels disrespected and ostracized by Tony, even though he turned to Tony in this moment, but I still think he feels like that. He might be getting whacked. By the way, I've been preparing several chair dances in case that ever happens. So we'll just have to see what I break out. I'll drop some music under it. Hey DJ, drop a beat, and then we'll see what happens. But I haven't rehearsed anything, but I've been doing some mental reps. So we'll just have to see. He's been flirting with Mr. Death all season. So, or as they call it in Sons of Anarchy, Mr. Mayhem. Chrissy's been flirting with Mr. Mayhem all season long. So it's time for me to start, and we're getting into the end game. So, it's time for me to start, getting ready. Just figuring out exactly how this celebration will take place. If he was a real person and there was a grave where he's buried, I'd do a 7-day-long marathon dance on top of his grave. Like in Mr. Robot, that motherfucker was like pissing on the grave. No, man, I'm going to be dancing on the grave. I'm a dancer. I'm a dancer, not a pisser. Anyway, this is the longest intro ever. I don't have any other predictions, so let's just go in. Let's get in this shit. The last season finale. The next one will be a series finale. So let's do this shit.
I promised our mother I'd see him like we knew him, Jimmy. Before they put on all that pancake and shit.
So we see him with all the holes in it. By the way, fuck you. Punxsutawney pill ass motherfucker. How's the grieving, Phil? How's the grieving? Awful big rats in this house. Oh, this makes more sense.
Oh, hey, thanks for that massage. My toe doesn't hurt hardly at all now.
You still got those massage skills.
It's anonymous.
Shoot, go out there and shoot this motherfucker, Chrissy.
Oh,
and then he
anonymous.
can shoot you, and that can be 2 birds with 1 stone.
And I'll ram it up your box.
Shoot this motherfucker.
This guy's mother.
Can't wait for this sumbitch to die, man. He's got to go. By the way, you're a bitch for not going out there.
What's going on with him? Every time I go by the room, he's flopped down on the bed, on the phone.
I am so sick of nagging.
Wait till the internet's big, dude.
You think we gave AJ too much?
Then you look at Meadow. Same house, same everything. She's doing great.
It's a good
Except
point.
to you, maybe.
Hey, there's my little amaretto cookie. Clear a place so we can
That's
take a
a
look
very
at this.
troubling nickname. Now this place is a wreck. Living like a pig. Don't remind me, asshole.
Is Adriana there?
No,
I was just wondering.
Adriana. I keep forgetting the A at
stopped
the
by
end.
Fortunoff's.
we broke up.
Look at that camera
Why?
movement.
What happened?
She left. Broke my heart.
Oh, my God. Is there anything I can do?
Nah,
Yeah, you can end this phone conversation.
I gotta go. Somebody's waiting for me.
There's other fish in the sea.
This ain't. He don't need to hear this. Look, I know I'm taking Chris's
I know.
side. That is not the thing you say when you get this news like this. Like, what the hell are you thinking? I typically have a lot of respect for her emotional intelligence, but that was really stupid. Other fish in the sea. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Just be like, look, you just know there are people that care about you. And you leave it at that, man. They ain't trying to look for a replacement right now.
Way we make, she's either taken off or maybe even gotten clipped. You hear anything?
Clipped? Why?
You don't want to tell him.
Stepping out on her boyfriend.
Yeah, you better tell him
I
it's
heard
that.
she took off.
It's just
Any idea where?
How should I know? He's a dope addict. Did I already give you that?
If you hear anything, let me
He
know.
must be the other CI.
Say
See,
hello
he's
to
so
Ike,
insignificant,
guys.
I forgot about this motherfucker. I was thinking maybe, not Silvo, but, maybe Big Boy or, one of the others.
He said it's not without.
That motherfucker in the left there, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, it's that motherfucker.
Take that setup away. He ain't comfortable. Oh, Chris?
Oh, Paulie's mad.
Christopher is the logical sacrifice button.
To make up for the dead brother. I'm his brother-in-law. You think New York is really going to come after you, Bobby? What do I know?
I want him to come after Chrissy. That's a sacrifice I'm prepared to make.
All due respect.
Which is named
I'm
this
willing to
episode,
die
by
for
the
a
way.
good cause.
All due respect.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
There he is.
Last episode I saw was called Long-Term Parking, which is very appropriate.
I thought you were under house arrest. Fuck them. I ever see that prison doctor, God forbid? I'm going to say, hey, fuck stick. They ever show you these in medical school? They
Not
call
fuck
balls.
stick. Talk that shit.
So I can't. Got a problem with rage. He disappointed me, Anthony, in ways that I can't even begin to tell you.
Do this damage control.
I am offering him the same protection that I would offer any of you in similar circumstances.
That really helps some morale, actually.
I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, hey, Tom, I would never do what he did till and as such.
So he's saying it's just the torture. That was the deciding factor for him. I'll allow it for now. I'm not sure I entirely believe it, but it makes sense. It makes a good story to the men anyway, right? Go out there and drop 2,000 on the manager just to make sure they're all covered. It'll probably run about that much.
Thank you.
So he don't have any
Yes,
business to
that's
attend to.
farm.
Lying motherfucker.
Did you know that him and Adriana broke up?
No. This kid, that's his trouble. He keeps it all bottled up. Then they wonder why they get chemical dependencies.
He's shucking and jiving like a motherfucker. Talking about me dancing. This motherfucker's dancing right now for his wife. What's up? They're getting really irritated with AJ.
Adriana was very upset, and she wanted to get something off her chest. Then she just ran out of there crying. I'll bet she was seeing somebody.
Oh, shit. He knows what it's really about. I mean, of course he knows the overall story. I mean, he knows what she's talking about that night that she almost told everybody, right? I wonder how that would have gone. That would be some nice alternate history fan fiction, right? Like, if she had told them what they would have done. That one bitch would have sold her out. The one that was mad. That thing Tony does, he often does that, right? Like, he eats like this. I cannot fucking do it. I got to sit at a table. I cannot eat off my chest, man. Who the fuck can do that, man? It's so weird. Back when the History Channel wasn't about aliens. Still about Nazis, OSC.
Hey,
Hiding like a bitch.
I'm supposed to maybe take a bullet for this kid. After all your uncle's down for you?
Yeah, what the
Need to
fuck,
get
man?
into specifics?
Again, I say this again, by the way. Tony B talked Tony out of killing you. Now, maybe Tony would never done it. Some people in the comments believe he would never done it. But still, that was the appearance. The way the scene read to me, Tony B saved Chrissy's ass. Go ahead and snitch Chrissy out. Let's have it.
Look, I've been a consigliere for a lot of years.
Don't go into a fucking preamble. Just tell me what's on your mind.
Got some people out there.
No
Not going
shit.
to fucking
Just the
preamble.
young guys. Guys who work for your father.
Fucking Paulie, right?
I'm not saying that.
Well, goddamn him.
Guys, Tom, we'll do whatever you want.
Paulie's bitching.
All due respect.
All due respect.
We were ready to hand him your cousin a week ago.
You know what goes on in my head.
I know you since you were a kid, Tom. Frankly, you got a problem with authority.
I mean, I think that's valid. Tell him to go fuck himself.
Right.
He won't whip Silva's ass. We've never seen him strike Silva.
All due respect. You got no fucking idea. This is the course I've chosen. And those of you that are not with me on it, well, that makes me sad. And it'll be dealt with in time.
My way or the highway, bitch. So he's not going to snitch Chrissy out. That's interesting. He talked about it in broader terms, man.
You need me for anything else?
Go fuck yourself. But you need somebody to tell you the truth, man. You need somebody to be honest with you. Brutally honest. You can't have yes men, man. That's just, you can't run a business with yes men. Phil's got to go. Oh shit. God damn, man. Well, he tried it. Like I said, this son of a bitch has got to go, man. He's on my last goddamn nerve. Can't wait for you to get fucked with that golf club. Mopers need to be traveling in pairs and triples, man. I'd be camped outside Phil's house. Next time he goes home, that's it, man. I know I'm talking big, but goddamn, man, what would you do? You just gonna sit back and take it for the rest of the fucking series? Hell no, man. It's bullshit.
It's all going to be taken care of through the Plumbers Union Health Plan. I'm going to see to that.
Yep, throw money at the situation. It's going to be like, what was it, the Untouchables? You put one of mine in the hospital, I put one of yours in a fucking morgue. It's time, man. Morale is dropping.
Fucked up. Over to Brooklyn, clean some fucking timepieces over there.
Goddamn right,
Tony
man. Clean their fucking
Like the
clocks.
brother of a captain. Tony tried to strike at them again. We should take him out.
Look,
Wow.
just give me that first
I didn't think
one.
we'd see him again this season, because goddamn, man, he's been vacant. Give some advice from Uncle Junior, because goddamn, man, you're lost.
All right, you got to talk to him.
John?
Bobby. Does John do your collections?
You can't get any goddamn... You can't get any goddamn advice from him. I forgot, man. Motherfucker is gone.
Did I give them the office address or the home?
It's time to go.
I'm talking to you.
See you later, Uncle June.
You wanted to go to wrong...
You got a little squirrely in this house.
Tell Phil. You wanted to confer with me?
He tried, motherfucker.
That's not important.
Good seeing you, man.
Make sure you eat a lunch today.
That's too bad, because Uncle Junior from a couple seasons ago would have given some really good advice. It was interesting, though. I think he was on to something there for a second, where he said the sun wasn't made. So it's not as big of a fence, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just chasing my own ass. I thought he was on to something there.
You realize I had an entire container of a port of provolone coming into that port Saturday?
Oh,
and
shit.
fucking filling them,
Is
put it on a truck, took it to Westchester.
That
instead of
mythical
Rollway,
provolone
where
we keep hearing
split the
about.
loaves.
Apparently, motherfuckers really like provolone. Oh,
How's life
what?
now that you're back
Finally
home?
get a session. She'll give you the advice you need, buddy. Somebody's talking about how she drives the plot, so she's going to drive the
I had
plot.
a dream a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a
Boy,
really
go
long
back.
dream.
It's just that it affects me tremendously, this trouble he's gotten himself into. So I'm upset.
Well,
Then talk, motherfucker.
with you going into high sentimentality mode.
Sentimentality mode. We were children together.
Sentimentality.
It's a lot like with
I'm very confused.
This show was very popular. So I bet they got a lot of shit from therapists. And we're starting to get to the point where she's starting to get better in therapy, as opposed to how terrible she was in the first few seasons. I bet they got like feedback from therapists.
Hello?
Yeah.
No, you gotta come up Greenbrook Road.
This fucking idiot.
They brought them with them to get out of pain.
He's running his own operation. Check this shit out.
Hey, man, you think it's like downloading music? That beer's our property unless
That was
you
a
pay
big deal
for it.
back then, by the way. Don't make Anthony dispense some justice, goddammit. He's running this operation. I just paused. I got to hit the bathroom. But I've actually been sitting here dwelling on this issue, and I've come up with a solution. What you do